Experts, they do tire rotations, they do transmission flushes, they do tire repair. Go in and see them. I am literally due for an oil change, and I'm going in, and Austin Stotts has the ball as we start off the third period. There's Craig Point. No, that's Randy Stotts with the shot. That one's stopped and picked up by Stephen Hoare. Here the Lakers go the other way. A little shout out to the love of my life, Carrie McMaster, who is watching a little a viewing party with my mother and my sister. Hooked it up to the big screen TV, and they're enjoying it. We got a tweet from Rich Berlusconi, I believe it was, saying, looking great on the Apple TV. There's a shot by Vitarelli. Nice job by Leo Sturos, who were singing his praises early, and he got on hands to limit Vitarelli's shot. This is going to be a great third.
Oh, yeah. It's set up for another instant classic. I mean, we saw it in Game 1. We've seen it in the last two periods, and there's no doubt that this third is going to be great.
We were talking off air about the offensive players are great. The big names, you tend to watch that, but the defenses are so good. I did a preview on ILindoor.com, and Steve Chugger Dietrich, the GM of Six Nations, there's a shot that misses. The shot clock will just about expire. But he gave me a hard time because I gave Peterborough a bit of an edge in pretty much every category. And he said, offense, Peterborough, defense, Peterborough, transition, Peterborough, coach, Peterborough, GM, Peterborough. I was like, I did not do coaches and GMs. But there's a shot by Jones. But it's so close in all the categories. I think the offense, the big thing is, again, Jamieson and Durston being out, both such critical components.
Oh, absolutely.
So you have to go with Peterborough. And I thought on defense, Peterborough maybe a little more depth. Mm-hmm. That might play as the series goes on, but these teams are so evenly matched.
Oh, yeah.
There's a shot by Stotts. As Rich Kilgore said after Game 1, he was talking to Mike Hazen, the Lakers head coach, before Game 1 and said, hey, we've played 14 games the last 2 years in the playoffs, and we're 7-7.
Uh-huh.
And as he said, well, they got Game 15. We'll see what happens on Sunday. Hope with another block, and he will be one big bruise by the end of the playoffs. Unbelievable the way he sacrifices his body, and he's still out there checking. Absolutely fearless. That one goes off of Stephen Hoare and up into the mesh. Hard shot by Stotts. And, with Ryan Benesh and Randy Stotts and Dan Dawson and Craig Point, all of these guys, Austin Stotts is becoming a focal point of this offense in about his 5th game with the team. That shot gets through, and Matt Vince just looked awkward trying to stop it. Dan Dawson's little sidearm shot that didn't even look that dangerous makes it 5-4.
Yeah, no, that definitely, and I mean, you look at Matt Vince down there right now shaking his head.
83-18.
And we'll see the replay here. And Dawson, he does have that different release where it's tough to see where it is coming from. It's that little sidearm shot, but Matt Vince definitely wanting that one back because he's been seeing all those outside stops, all year long, and especially this game here too.
Coach picks up the loose ball off the faceoff. Lord on him, but Coach hanging on. Nice little pick there by Sid Smith, but 3 Lakers now on him. Smith tries to grab it. Weiss gets it. Oh, he is sandwiched by Dan Dawson and Smith. And Dawson flicks it up, gets a bit of a break because it hits the glass, on the top of the glass on the penalty box instead of going out. 8 to shoot. So David Brock just lets it fly. David Brock, a guy who we haven't talked about much, but he's one of the staples of that defensive and transition unit.
Oh, absolutely, and he's not afraid to get involved in the offense. He actually had a beautiful
goal
last game. Yeah, exactly.
That was a beauty where he got Evan Kirk leaning to his left and just drew it back across his body inside the post.
Yeah,
a beauty in transition. Evans gets by McNamara, looking to pass. Now he's going to try and get a shot off. He does, stopped by Ward. Courier can't pick up the loose ball, but Evans does. Dawson strips it, but Evans going after it. Mike McNamara will pick it up and move the ball forward. Chiefs lead by 1.
It's a risky play by Paul Dawson there for that home run check because if Evans tucks that in, he's gone.
Yeah. Matt Vince with the loose ball. Out to Scott Self. Didn't have anybody up the floor he liked, so they'll move it slowly. Scott to his brother Brad. Gives it to Joel Matthews, and Brad will head off the floor. So 3 sets of brothers here. Again, 1 for Peterborough, Scott and Brad Self, both playing defense. The others are, 2 offensive Stotts, and then the Dawsons who are split. Oh my goodness! Corey Vitarelli behind the back. He's got a dandy, and he makes it count. 5-all.
Oh God, are you kidding me? What an absolute highlight reel
23, 21, 25.
And we're going to see it again because it's worth at least a couple of replays here. And it's not just the finish, it's a beautiful feed, which is going to be out of the screen here, and just a catch, quick release, behind the back and so casual about it here. We'll see the pass right here. An absolute dart right on the crease.
That's a great pass by Chad Culp.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
It really sneaks it through and burns David Brock, who actually, again, had pretty good position.
Yeah, exactly. For him to even hold on to that ball after that catch, because Brock did give him a nice little cross-check there on the crease.
Again, the pass by Culp, he contributes in so many ways. Courier up top, drags it down, but Merrill recovers with it with 11 seconds on the shot clock. Fakes the pass, tries the swim move, it's not there, past Sturos, so the shot from Katoni instead. If anybody out in Calgary is holding Katoni, the shot clock will expire and he bounces one off the post, and I think he's getting a delay of game penalty for it.
Yeah, that's one there where there was definitely enough time. We talked about there's been a couple, at least one for
the
sure.
Evans
that
shot earlier that was marginal.
Yeah, but that one there, you could definitely tell he could have pulled. He knows that he definitely made a mistake there.
And that Six Nations had. Let us know who you think should be the 3 stars of the game at JVI Video. We'll take it into consideration. But you know, that was a turning point. The 4-on-3, 5-on-3 for the Lakers. But that doesn't mean you want to do it. A 28-year-old now and then. I mean, still, and Merrill's going to be the one to come up with it. Brad Self and Nick Weiss up top with Hope, or with Lord and, Lord and Hope down low. And that one off the post by Dawson. Boy, Lord and Hope are so good down low on that penalty kill. And now Lord will run it, and he's going to go to the net. He is faster than I thought he was. He's had battled some injury issues. He missed all of last summer for the Lakers, and they knew he would when they traded for him. But he is really fast. He is healthy for the first time. I think fully healthy for the first time in a while. And boy, he's having a great year.
Oh, absolutely.
There's a penalty coming out of Six Nations, and the Lakers wanted to kill the final 10 seconds, but the ball gets stripped away. So we'll have 4-on-4 for 11 seconds with the holding call on Leo Sturos. Oh, sorry, it's Ethan O'Connor going. So, like I said, 11 seconds of 4-on-4, and then the Lakers go to the power play. So the tide has turned a little bit.
It has.
You've got to be so careful when there's a penalty and the guy's ragging. You get 2 or 3 guys on him. Something can happen because you get so desperate. You can't get the ball away, and you just do a little too much, and you know there's another call coming if things don't go the right way.
Exactly, and I mean, luckily for them, I mean, there's only 11 seconds. The way these power plays have been working tonight, it's so frustrating. You're playing such good defense, and then, like you said, you get that extra.
Strategy, pull the goalie, get the extra player out so you can go have all the time. There's a quick stick by Vitarelli, but Ward was all over that one. Here comes Randy Stotts, and he is turned aside by Stephen Hoare. The Lakers going to try and get the ball back, as Stotts will see what he can kill. Again, if you're used to the NLL and not used to MSL, there is no 30-second clock when you're shorthanded and you're on the offensive zone. You have 10 seconds to get up there. You just have to stay in there. You lose the ball if you go over the restraining line. The high one near center, not the low one. Here comes Evans with the ball. He's got Stainhouse with him. Brody Merrill and Dan Coates watching him. Talk about a pair of stellar defenders. Merrill has set the standard for years as a transition player. There's a shot by Courier. He's flattened by Coates. And Dan Coates is one of the best now. Vitarelli trying to get that loose ball. It's down by the feet of Evans. Everyone fighting for it. Coates might have it. No, it's knocked away. Now Ward jumps on it. And it is Six Nations ball. 3 Lakers pressuring. They've got to be careful. Courier, great job to get to the bench and let Withers come out so he can get on Dawson, and that allows Vince to take away. And gets an post meeting point by Vitarelli. The Lakers all over Six Nations on this power play and coming close. Fresh 30 as Katoni picks it up and runs forward. I was going to say, if folks in Calgary want to see Holton play, get in touch and sponsor us at JVI Sports Network so we can keep bringing you these games. It's even strength. And we will show you Lakers Chiefs. There's Dane Smith. Great job by Mark Stainhouse to sprint to the bench and allow Nick Weiss to get out on D. That, you know, you see the defender coming out, but it's the guy, and, you know, kudos to Nick Weiss for getting out and playing it well, but boy, it's the guy, Stainhouse in that case, racing to the bench that allowed that to happen. There's a shot that goes wide and up, out of play. Peterborough has it. We do need a sponsor for Thursday. We have the, of course, tonight, thanks to Canadian Tire Pit Stop Peterborough, sponsored tonight while the game's in Six Nations, largely so that people back in Peterborough, their home market, can watch. So if anyone down here in Six Nations or anywhere else would like yourself and your friends to be able to watch the game, get in touch with us. And happy to talk to you about it. We'd love to have you on board. And I'll tell you, the 1,000+ people who are watching this game are pretty happy about Peterborough Pit Stop, Canadian Tire Pit Stop Peterborough. Ethan O'Connor comes up with the ball off that shot. We're back to even strength, and we're nearing the midway point of the third period, tied 5-5.
Good ball movement there by Peterborough, but just another big stop.
Stotts looking to go low. Brad Self jumps out on Point, who rings that one off the post. Boy, Vitarelli at one end, Point at the other. Teammates from Rochester. No wonder the Nighthawks are so dangerous even when they're shooting outside. That ball. While I think he was still arguing while he picked that ball off.
Yeah. Wow, that is impressive. Talk about hand-eye coordination. What an unbelievable play by Chad Tutton.
And then to recover and get the ball. I mean,
yeah.
Mark Stainhouse with it, watched by Billy D. Smith. Oh, that shot by Katoni never got through because Sid Smith, I think it was, got his stick on it. Oh, we lost picture. With the big hit. Dylan Evans follows it up, and Dan Coates, it's like nobody even hit him. He's so steady on his feet. Great balance and strength. Dawson driving. Bryce Sweeting jumps out. There's a shot by Banesh. Near side, he's flattened by Weiss. Sorry, that's Austin Stotts. And he's going to check Weiss in the crease. That'll be a possession call. Lakers go the other way.
Stotts to Stotts there, and I just, you know, if Austin just puts that maybe 2 inches on the other side there, I think that finds the back of the cage.
Evans fakes the pass back to Courier. Now he throws it. Courier pulls it down. Back to Evans. Paul Dawson out on him. A pick from Matthews. He has found the level because that was a good pick. Evans trying to fight through McNamara, his teammate in New England. There's Culp. He'll shoot with about 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Ward stops it. The Chiefs go the other way.
Another good defensive stand by the Chiefs. That way they play, you know, they split the floor in half with a 3 and 2 on the other side, build that wall. It's just so impossible to penetrate on the inside. Peterborough's done it a couple of times, but when you have a goalie like Dylan Ward to stop the inside shots as well, it's tough to beat, and that's why we only have 5-5 on the board right now.
Yeah, Dylan Ward, the young goalie, has established himself as maybe the next great one. Withers going to do a good job checking over in the corner, and Tutton picks it off, or Self picks it off. He's looking for Tutton, but nice job by Sid Smith to pick him up. So the Lakers will slow it down. Stainhouse takes it. A couple of defenders out there on offense, but Brad Self can play in the offensive zone, and so can Chad Tutton. There's a shot by Stanos, just getting a foot on it was Ward. It almost looked like his foot came up off the turf as he stepped wide there.
Well, I know, another great stop. It looks like he's really, really dialed in now.
Austin Stotts steps back. It's going to take a great shot to score at this point, or just kind of one of those, like the Dan Dawson shot. It was a good shot, but it was kind of a little different, a little, excuse me, almost like just in a spot. Lakers want to call because Billy D. Smith's stick got up to the face of Nick Weiss there, but wasn't a lot of contact, I don't think. And there's Culp going after his own rebound. He's flattened by Billy D. Smith, or sorry, by Dan Coates or Billy D. I think it was Billy D.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit of a sandwich.
And he just didn't have the ball. I'll tell you, if that's a 1/10 of a second later, that's just a great hit.
Oh, I know.
Chad Culp, though, sacrificing his body to go up and get that ball. Corey Vinarelli spins off the check from Brock, a pick from Culp, and then the roll, gets it back. He's going to let it fly. Sub shot, bouncer, stopped by Ward. Coates coming the other way. Boy, Chad Culp signed with New England, and a fan of the Black Wolves tweeted about it at the signing, and this guy said, "I'm not that excited." And I just replied, "You should be." He does things for an offense that make everyone else able to play their role. Absolutely. Here's Ryan Benesh. Big pick in the roll from Briar Jonathan, but a great job to recover by Jake Withers. Again, the face-off specialist, one of the best in this league already as a rookie, and again, showing he can play on the defensive end. Withers, Sweeting, and Courier, we've talked about, all very good young defenders, along with Leo Sturos on the other end. And Vaughn Harris, who actually has generally been a forward, but has played mostly defense or transition for them this year, and he's been excellent. He's another high draft pick this year.
Oh yeah,
coming, and he's moved to a transition role, and he's been so good at it. And then he'll go out and score 8 points like he did against Coburg in one game when he gets to play offense.
Yeah, he's one of those players like we talked about. Obviously, a different situation with
Dawson's going to shoot. Oh, the big save by Vince Dawson. Man, 3 pump fakes. Looked like Ben Roethlisberger with the pump fakes. Pass up to Mark Stainhouse.
Like I was going to say, these young players, when they come up to this level, they have to learn to adjust their game and find new areas to play, not even just positions, even just change their game up. And there's been a lot of guys that have been able to do it on this floor.
Shot by Vinarelli is wide, and it's picked up by Dylan Evans. Great play to get a reset, but Merrill gets it. A big hit by Culp. Merrill holds on and lobs it ahead to Jeremy Thompson, another addition this year. He actually played about 4 years ago with Six Nations. Didn't have the best season then, but he's really established himself as a player in in the game of lacrosse in the last few years. There's Ryan Benesh, watched by Stephen Hoare. He's going to force him low. Shot. It's a reset as it goes off of Vince. I wasn't sure if it hit him into the defender, but obviously off him. Then Hope scoops up that ball. Nice job to pull it out of the feet of Briar Jonathan. 5.5 minutes to go. We're tied 5-5. This is a great game. Remember, tweet us your 3 stars. Boy, we got to start thinking about that, man.
That we do. So many options, though.
Oh, what a save by Dylan Ward, who was one of those options.
Oh, absolutely.
Matt Vince as well. What are the shots on goal? I'm going to take a look. 35-29. There's a shot. What a save by Vince.
These goalies are just outdueling themselves.
Holy cow. 35-30 now, the shots on goal.
Unbelievable.
For Peterborough. If you're thinking about candidates, Dane Smith has 2 goals and an assist for the Six Nations Chiefs. 2 and 2 for Dan Dawson. I think Dawson probably has got to be in there. Austin Stotts has been good. He has 3 assists. On the other
Stainhouse.
side. Oh, Stainhouse. There's a goal by Corey Vinarelli. And the Lakers lead 6-5. That is Vinarelli's second of the game, and they are big ones. Stainhouse with a couple as well.
That's a couple goals now that we've seen from the Lakers, where we talked about their defense so strong from the outside and the inside. This literally comes right from in front of the crease, and that looks like it's the only way you're going to beat Dylan Ward tonight, and that's what they do. They find a little bit of a hole right there, and Vinarelli's right there on the crease, and he usually doesn't make a mistake when he has that much space to work on the crease there.
Yeah, and you just saw in the replay the edge of it, a Chiefs player bending over. I'm not sure if he was picking up a stick or he stumbled, and whether that's Corey Vinarelli does a great job of the old Todd Bertuzzi, box out, kind of push off and go the other way, and it creates space, and that's how they got him open. And it's you know, it's a fine line because you can get called for a moving pick or for a push off, but if you do it right, you get open, and when you finish like he does in front, boy, that's a big one.
Oh, absolutely. I know he plays so well without the ball, and that creates so many opportunities, not just for himself, but also for other players around him as well. Like you said, he's such a, you know, he's one of the better players in the game once he gets on the crease, whether it's a quick stick or, you know, a catch and release shot.
He does so much for you. I mean, he loose balls, bangs around, open space for him. What a great shooter. Absolute dogged, and his nickname's Dogger, so that's kind of funny. Oh, now, he can do, I was going to say, I think Matt Vince may have stepped on the crease there. Once he goes out and plays that, he can't go back in the crease with the ball, and it was close. Bryce Sweeting, what a job to get by the check from McNamara and Dane Smith. Boy, that's a young defender who made a great athletic play. And there's the shot by Evans, very similar to his goal the other night, just misses. Culp gets it back. They've got 3 to shoot. Jones will let it rip. He's going to miss by a fair bit. Best shooters in the game, misses by a lot, but he's trying to specifically bounce that off to get a reset and just missed by several feet up out of play. 4 minutes for the Chiefs to try and tie it up, and boy, you do not want to go down 2-0 in this series, although the way these teams play, they can come back.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's been so close. There's been lulls where, you know, one team controls the play for a good chunk, and then, you know, the momentum shifts, but for the majority of this, you know, these first 2 games, it's been so close, and it's just been a little play here and there that has been the difference so far.
We can hear some "Let's Go Lakers" cheers as the fan bus didn't quite fill up. There are some people who made their way down. And there's a shot by Catoni. He scores the pass from Vitarelli, and Holden Catoni, one of the bigger goals of his young career. That's a couple for him tonight, I believe. Yeah, that's 2. What a game.
I'm sure some NLO coaches and some scouts are watching that and seeing a professional
23,
play
27.
right there from Catoni. You'll see here, pass comes to him, and he just makes that little, before he recognizes that pass is going to come to him, so he back cuts the defender, grabs it. And Dylan Ward on a great pick, exactly. And Dylan Ward had no chance on it. He's sprawling, and it's a beautiful finish on top of that as well.
And that's, you know, we talked about Catoni used to be kind of a spot and shoot guy in junior, a great one, but he's had to adapt, and that is just a beautiful pick and roll. And in my mock draft, I had Calgary as hometown. Good would he look back home with the Roughnecks?
Oh, unbelievable. It'd be a great boost for the fan base, and it'd be great for him to, you know, play at home. Obviously, he spends a lot of his time in the summer here in Peterborough, especially, you know, playing junior as well. But it would be such a great spot with him, you know, in the offense with Curtis Dixon as well. I mean, that'd be a pretty big, deadly offensive unit they'd have there.
So last chance to tweet us your 3 stars. We've got some thoughts, but if there's a strong opinion for somebody, they just might sneak in. There's a spin move by Culp. Oh, what a save by Ward, and Culp lands in the crease. That's a huge save.
Ward has been playing out of his mind this entire 2 games so far, but some big-time saves late in games, especially tonight. I mean, another big arm save. I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. He's got those big, long arms. You'll see the save here. I think they were going to call it crease anyways. A nice move.
Yeah, because he's going to step on the line.
Right on the line, but even
still, that's a great save.
It's a beautiful save.
Somebody has tweeted or texted they like the line.
Where they got left time out wise.
The welcome back lacrosse friends. I love it. I just like, we're all friends in this game, right?
Absolutely.
So it's like lacrosse friends, come on in.
Absolutely.
And, again, this broadcast is brought to you by Canadian Tire Pit Stop Peterborough. Our thanks to them. Just, you know, the oil change experts who do transmission flushes and tire repairs and tire rotations, and just great folks. They sponsor youth sports, minor lacrosse, just great community partners, and obviously fantastic fans and friends of lacrosse.
Oh, absolutely.
So, here we go, lacrosse friends. 2:22 to go. Chiefs trying to get it in. Ward is on the bench. Dane Smith over to Benesh. He's going to fake and shoot. Wee stops it with the back of his leg. That is going to sting. He took that right in the calf, and you can see him limping a bit as he runs up the floor, but lacrosse players are tough. He still runs up the floor.
Absolutely. He's the type of player that doesn't give up on a play no
That
matter
pass
what the
thrown
situation
away,
is.
so the Chiefs come back the other way. Sorry to cut you off, but
No,
things are
no
getting
worries.
hectic here. 7-5 again. Ward goes to the bench, and Dane Smith will pass it off. He and Austin Stotts playing catch. Now Randy Stotts is thinking about a shot saved by Vince. There's Brad Self picking it up. He's knocked over. Great forecheck pressure by Randy Stotts. Oh, what a play by, is that Brad Self? I gotta give credit to the right guy. That's Nick Weiss making that play. And Dan Dawson will go over to him. We've got 1,200 viewers. Thanks so much. I believe that's our biggest viewership ever. The Lakers trying to kill the last 10 of this shot clock and then take their chances. Weiss and Dawson tying up, and Tutton will just rip the length of the floor. Bounces out to Marshall, and Dylan Ward's already on his way to the bench.
Just over a minute left. We'll see if Six Nations can chalk something up here. And
Yeah, we've got our 3 stars picked, unless something changes in the last minute here, but we'll get them to our producer and director, our director, Alex Frazo, when he's ready. And then we will go to the final minute of play. 7-5 Peterborough looking to take that 2-0 lead in the series. Craig Point over to Briar Jonathan. 6 attackers. Austin Stotts behind the back. Briar Jonathan shoots, scores! We said earlier, they told Briar Jonathan, when you've got a shot, take it. He goes high to low, well, kind of 3/4 to low, rips it underneath a sprawling Matt Vince. And Vince is arguing with Mark Ardonio about something. But it is 7-6, 39 seconds left. It's not over.
71,
we talked about how
18.
Jonathan has this hard release. He's got, he almost, won the game for them last time, and he might bring them to a tie, and it looks like a perfect placement right off the stick.
The stick. I think it hit a bit of stick, hit a bit of leg pad. There wasn't much of a hole.
But
and you know what I liked about that play is that he makes the pass across the top and then just kind of backs away into open space. So when the pass comes, nobody can get there to take the shot away.
We'll see that
Look
shot
at
again.
that.
Yeah, exactly. It goes through the smallest. Plays Plinko off the leg, off the stick, and in.
Nicely done. Ward to the bench as the Chiefs win the draw. That's a huge face-off win.
Massive. Absolutely
28
massive.
seconds. Dane Smith passes it up top. Point wants to let it go. Draws it down, shoots. Oh, misses the net. Austin Stotts grabs it, 11 on the shot clock. Randy Stotts shoots, saved by Vince. Hits him in the back. It's on the ground. 12 seconds to play. It's a fresh 30 for whoever gets it. The whistle is blown. It's Six Nations possession. Chris Williams making the call, and Ryan Manesh throws a bit of a punch at Jake Withers. Boy, that.
Wow.
You got to be careful about that.
Oh, absolutely. With this 9.5 seconds left, you have possession. That's where you just got to put your hands away and walk away.
Dan Dawson kind of getting into it a bit with Jake Withers. They were getting into it a bit earlier.
Yeah,
Dawson's
they were.
been pretty feisty. I'll tell you, Dan Dawson looks very thin. He's a tall guy. He looks thin. He is one of the strongest people you will ever meet. He is wiry strong.
Oh, yeah.
He's a firefighter. He's tough as nails. He and Robert Hope. And Robert Hope's a tall guy, and you can see Dawson towering over him as Hope is leaning into him. 7 seconds. Nash with it. Dane Smith shoots high, gets by. 3 seconds. 2-1. Peterborough leads 2-0. Maybe not quite the instant classic it was Sunday. Great lacrosse game.
Oh, unbelievable. I mean, it's tough to follow up game one, but what a fantastic display of lacrosse we saw.